This is just absolutely terrible. So the East versus West armwrestling.com website was taken down literally at 10:30 p.m., which was pretty much the same time that East versus West 19 event ended in Colorado. And this is really bad because all those pay-per-views that could have potentially come in with more people buying them after the event, I mean, nobody's going to be able to buy them when the website is completely down. This is the screen you'll get if you go to East versus West armwrestling.com. Now, luckily, they were able to get another domain of evwsports.com and put the pay-per-view on there and everything. But let's take a look at this video from Dexter Tan because he basically exposes some things. He did a little looking into what happened behind the scenes. He said he was up all night trying to figure out why the website was down right as the event ended, which is going to significantly impact them financially because those pay-per-views of those people who would buy after the event are being stopped when the website isn't even available. And I know the East versus West armwrestling.com website was linked to the application, the phone application, as well as like the Shaw Classic website where they go buy the arm wrestling pay-per-view, and it links to East versus West armwrestling.com, but obviously it's down. So that's just pretty bad for the company. Let's listen to what Dexter says because he kind of goes into looking into what happened here.
So check this out. It's currently pointing to Turkey. Turkey, right? You guys see it, right? It's pointing to Turkey. You can mask all these, who is the new owner of the website, but the website's still in Turkey.
So the website location is still in Turkey. Now he's saying you can mask who the new owner is with some type of VPN or something like that, something advanced, but this location is still in Turkey. Now he shows some
accessing is still in
some other evidence as to what's going on here. So he basically on this record, which he said he has connections with Silicon Valley or something. So this is some report that shows basically the record of who owns the domain, and this says it's pending a transfer.
Want to go Google ChatGPT, okay? ChatGPT, guys, don't just listen to me. Or Google it. Go to ICANN, all right? ICANN is the sort of the international governing board of all domain names, okay? ICANN would tell you for a fact that there is such a thing, okay? Even the expiration date is on the 10th, okay? Even it's on August 10th, there is a grace period from 31 days to 45 days.
So he says there's a grace period from 31 to 45 days for renewing the domain. Now, Engin actually made a video this morning earlier addressing this, and he's saying, let's listen to what he says here.
The 1 week option, after it expires, and they also missed that one, probably because they were very busy with
So he's saying they missed it. There's only a 1 week option. Now I'm curious if he knew that it was expiring. Did he not let them know, or what's going on?
Organizing the event, so they missed that deadline, and someone from Lithuania bought the domain, so it is moved to Hostinger something in Lithuania. So they asked me, and then they wanted me to reach to the company, and I had.
So Engin is saying somebody from Lithuania bought it. Now, I don't know, guys. This is very, very sketchy stuff because who would really know when the domain is expiring unless it was somebody who was internally involved at one point in time? Just doesn't add up to me. But let's listen to a bit more of what Dexter is saying here.
That's simple. So here, this is West 10. Well, it doesn't remember anything. But if you click continue to site, it's not possible. I says, yes, I understand the security expired. Click this. Guess what, guys? Guess what's going to show up? East versus West 10.
So he's saying basically if you go on the website URL, if someone were to buy it but they didn't have the old data, for example, from previous events, that if it was somebody who just bought it out of nowhere, that the previous event wouldn't show up when you go through the process
old
here.
Data. If the new owners bought the domain name, how on earth that they can still get our old data?
Yeah, so if a new owner bought the website domain, how would they have the data to still have East versus West 10 loaded up here? Doesn't really make sense. I'm not huge into knowing very specific details regarding domains and stuff like that, but it's making sense. I definitely believe he knows what he's talking about here, but he goes on to explain a couple more things regarding this.
August 10th. Kind of know, right? Because it's when it was created and it renews every year. So it's natural to have that same date. Fine. But look at this. It was updated. Something changed August 16th at 4:35 UTC. Okay? August 16th. August 16th. Today. But let's do this. What's UTC?
Yep, so that time, 4:35 UTC, is literally 10:30 p.m., which is the time the event ended. So something changed, and it was not from Dexter. Who knows who was responsible for this, you know what I mean?
Here. So there's no reason for it not to auto-renew. Second, not only that...
So he's got auto-renew on, so he's saying it would just auto-renew unless somebody changed something. So somebody who had previous access to the domain must have changed something. I mean, all roads are leading to that. It just, you know, when 2 + 2 = 4, tends to be 100% of the time, you know.
Auto-renew, but it was transferred out. There's no way anybody could buy it. Even now, even it expired 6 days ago, you still couldn't buy it. There's a grace period. So it's transferred out internally, right? And the third, okay, somebody manipulated it right after the event was over when I announced to the world that the rules has changed.
Yeah, that was one of the announcements that Dexter made at the end of the event, was that the rules are going published on the website. Crazy that the website would just go down pretty much right after he said that. So I wonder who's responsible for that, guys. But if we look in the, and by the way, Dexter says he's pursuing legal action against who is responsible for this, guys. So that's a good thing, because I mean, that's significant. That can cause some significant damage financially to the company, missing out on those pay-per-views after the event. Let's read the comments here. And I would read some of the comments on Engin's video, but as you know, they get deleted. Anything that isn't completely approved by Engin would be deleted. So yeah, I mean, this is going to be just a echo chamber of Engin praisers in the comments, so I will not read that comment section. But let's read Dexter's comment section. This video absolutely blew up. I mean, people are heated about this, and rightfully so, because this is serious damage to the company, having the website go down right after the event during the time when people could be buying the pay-per-view. But anyways, let's get into the comments. Time for legal action. Engin is going to say, I can prove that it was not me, but I am not going to go there. Dexter, at this point, you guys need to sue Engin with the evidence provided. It is illegal to try and sabotage a company you just sold. Engin could have sold the company, walked away peacefully, and received his flowers. Instead, he has tarnished his name forever. All those medals, but the last few months are what he will always be remembered for. Hard to forget everything that's happening. And if this is true, just absolutely insane. As an IT admin, this is why I push clients to utilize multi-factor authorization wherever possible. Dexter, if you can get into the old registrar account, there may be some logs in the hosting provider I use there as logs to show where the account was signed into and everything that was done while it was signed in. I am happy to help. So hopefully they're getting to the bottom of this behind the scenes. Engin has to be behind this. This is criminal, and hope they fix this, because Dexter and Robert are such good people and don't deserve this. You should have known how psycho Engin would be based on how calm and at peace he made himself seem on his last video. Time to lawyer up, guys. Been way past that point in my opinion, but only way to stop Engin is to sue him into the ground. Sounds like a lawsuit for the rat. Whoever did this needs to be sued ASAP. Flush out the rat. I know you didn't name any names, but this is not unexpected after he already tried to sabotage East versus West with misinforming all the East athletes and trying to turn them away from East versus West. I hope you can sue him for all he is worth. He could have retired and got the glory, but he chose to burn it all down. Damn, Engin is going hard in the paint. Good thing he was only in it because he wanted to progress the sport. Totally your call, but if it was me, never bring another event back to Istanbul. Yeah, I mean, this is absolutely crazy if true, guys. What do you think based on reviewing Dexter's video? I'll put it in the comment section or in the description below. Let me know your thoughts on this debacle here. Crazy stuff.